Ancient Mesopotamia, sometime around 860 BC, Neo-Assyrian builders carved this amazing relief of an ancient ritual involving a king, some gods, and the sacred tree of life. Now, obviously, there's a lot to unpack here. Case in point, these motherfuckers have wings. This one is clearly a pilot. That's a goddamn watch. And what the kind of tree is this? That being said, I want to focus on what is probably the most definite yet out of place object depicted in this scene, the handbag. Because here's the thing, in the context of this ancient ritual, we can easily surmise that this handbag is for this pine cone, which is obviously for this weird ass tree, right? Right. So how do we explain this one, and this one right here? Because not only are these ancient civilizations separated by thousands of years and miles, completely unaware that the other one even existed, but there is absolutely no universal symbolism for a handbag, especially when it's depicted all by itself, floating in the air, or just randomly hanging in a tree. But it obviously looks like a handbag, and well, that really intrigues me, so let's figure this shit out. If we go by the obvious explanation that if it looks like a handbag and it acts like a handbag, well then logic would dictate it's a handbag. How do we explain its purpose as a random object just hanging in a tree? Because if we use the symbolic approach, it's a vessel for something, but what? It can't be knowledge because Hinduism already has the third eye and it's located right here, negating the need for a vessel. Unless maybe it was being used to carry something away. But then again, what could that have possibly been? And again, it's just hanging there, all by itself and completely out of context. That being said, maybe that's the clue. That because this is the one and only man-made object depicted, it's a symbolic gesture representing a gift from humanity to the gods. Well, now that's something. But I mean, then why not depict a human handing it to them? What could that gift possibly be? And how would that explain the numerous other examples in which the handbag is literally the only goddamn thing depicted? Seriously, how does that make any sense? Because, look, forget about the theories, the symbolism, and all that other mumbo jumbo and just use some basic goddamn common sense. It's a handbag, a very simple, basic tool that has limited capacity to do literally only one fucking thing, and that's carry shit. Yet, there's nothing to carry, and there's no one there to carry it. How does that make any sense? It doesn't, and you know it doesn't. So let's get a little crazy, jump the rails, and explore another possibility based off of another observation. The handbag is only carried by the gods, which is super fucking intriguing, especially when you look at things with an open mind. Case in point, Monument 19 at La Venta, which dates back to around 1900 BC and is believed to be the first ever depiction of the Mesoamerican god Quetzalcoatl, who is descending from the heavens on/in a flaming serpent. Now, again, just look at this with an open mind and tell me what you see, because what I see is a guy, right? He's sitting in something that can fly, he's clearly wearing a fucking helmet, and he's holding a handbag. Now, even though the observation is shitballs crazy, what is the one and only thing that doesn't fit the context? See my point? So maybe it's not a handbag at all, but rather it's something that to an ancient people looked like a handbag, but was something else entirely, which I know is completely crazy. No fucking chance, you're out of your goddamn mind, shit ass insane. But I mean, is it? I mean, I know it is, but like, what if that's exactly what we're seeing here? It's crazy, but also it 100% fits the context of what seems to be taking place here, and that's super fucking insane. But what's really gonna blow your mind is that life always seems to be a key feature depicted with the handbag. Case in point, the Ankh, which is a symbol for life used by the Egyptian goddess Isis to breathe life back into the god Osiris. And we have the Tree of Life, which is depicted within many of these examples, even though, let's just be honest here, it absolutely looks nothing like a tree. Really makes you think, right? Anyway, am I saying that the handbag is misidentified technology and that these big bastards are some sort of astronaut? Absolutely fucking not. That being said, I can't argue the fact that, well, that's exactly what this fucking looks like. So, yeah, what do you think?